Hi everyone, Jay Skidry. Purpose of this presentation is to provide you with a little information on how to grow a successful garden in your backyard. Um, this is currently my second year doing this, and my results just from doing a little research and a little know-how have led to me having a pretty successful garden this year, and it's early, so I hope you enjoy and can get a little bit of information out of this. Um, Do you ever go to the grocery store and buy lettuce, tomatoes, cucumbers, any type of vegetable? All of that can be grown in your backyard. So if you have a spot and you have the know-how, you can grow vegetables in your backyard. Um, like everything we do, practice makes perfect. So just doing research and practicing and learning what I did wrong last year has helped me grow this garden this year. Um, we're going to explain a few points that I think are important to growing a vegetable garden. The first one being you need to pick the right spot. Garden Gate magazine says that you need at least 6 to 8 hours a day of sunlight, direct sunlight. So you want to make sure you avoid shady areas, and you want to also make sure that you plant your garden next to a water source because you don't want to be lugging hose and all that. It just makes it a pain. Um, so now that we have our spot picked out, um, one of the things that vegetable gardening for beginners, it's an article that I found online. They state that the best way to make use of your garden is to use a trellis to grow your plants up. As you can see, I have these cucumbers here. They're growing up. If I wouldn't have this, all of my cucumbers would be growing just all over the place, taking over my garden. So a trellis is a really good way to make a small garden have a lot more space. Um, you want to make sure that it's sturdy enough to hold a good bit of weight. Cucumbers are a heavy plant, so if this was weak, it would blow over in the wind or something like that. Um, uh, now that we have the right spot, we got 6 to 8 hours of direct sunlight. We have a water source. We have our trellis, so we have more room for our plants. Um, the uh, the next tip that I have for you, uh, which I follow Gardner Scott on YouTube. He has a YouTube channel and gives all kind of tips and tricks on anything gardening. He recommends that you feed your plants. You have to feed your plants. They can't just survive on sunlight and water. In order to have a lot of success, you have to amend your soil, and this means you fill once you have your plants growing and your seeds planted and everything and everything starts to come up, you want to put compost or even you know uh, animal manure in your garden, and this provides your plants with a bunch of nutrients and they call it organic material, and it pretty much just feeds your plants. Every all plants have to eat, so that's what we use to feed the plants, and you get an outcome like this. Um, so far we've discussed picking the right spot, um, growing the plants up on a trellis to give you more room in your garden, and also feeding the plants. Um, one other thing I can tell you help me a lot is do your research. The more research you do, the better off your garden is going to be, and you're going to have a lot better results. Um, Also, only grow what you eat. You don't want to grow a bunch of stuff that you don't eat because then you'll have all this stuff that you have to just throw away, and it's not it's not ideal. Anyway, I hope you take this information and can grow yourself a garden. Thanks a lot.